Hey friends, welcome back to our channel. Today we have a lot to cover with you guys and talk about. But first, I just want to show you that Mr. Teel definitely needs a haircut. So I'm sorry, but we are going to have to address that first.
Yes, my hair has gotten a little bit, is long overdue for a haircut.
Literally?
Literally. What have I got, like maybe 2 canisters of product in my hair? Maybe.
At least.
Maybe.
Can we just stop and appreciate the fact that my socks are perfect for today's video? Official NASA socks right here. We need to talk.
We need to talk.
What do we need to talk about? A lot.
A lot. We got a lot of catch up to do.
We do. First, we want to talk about the show Away by Netflix, because that is a really, really cool show that if you haven't seen that yet, it might be worth checking out. So just because that's what the thumbnail says on this video, we're going to talk about that first. But we have some other things to talk about, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. Lots of updates, direction of our channel, kind of like really important stuff, where we've been. So we haven't been posting on schedule, and we do apologize. So stay tuned for the end of the video, because right after we talk about Away, we're going to be talking about all of those important updates. So we have been watching Netflix Away, and it has been really, really cool. And we just wanted to talk about a few of the reasons why we thought it was cool, because it kind of pertains to, we think, just disability advocacy in the community and things like that. And it was really kind of cool to us.
Surprising.
Very surprising. Hilary Swank is playing the commander going to the mission to Mars, and she brings the issue of mom guilt to like a whole new level. So I have lots of appreciation for her, because I have felt mom guilt over much, much smaller things. Like anytime I take any time for myself, like to go read a book or even to take a shower, right?
Yeah.
I feel so bad.
Yeah, you don't feel like it's your time.
No, exactly. And so I feel like when I have something that I want to do or need to do, there's like a battle going on in my mind. Like, should I really be doing this? Is this really necessary, or could I get away with not doing it and therefore still take care of everybody? Let me know if you feel that way, or if you've ever felt that way, because it can be very, very real, the mom guilt. And Hilary Swank, she plays Emma, right? Emma. So Emma in the show Away, she deals with it on a whole new level. She's not in the shower doing personal care. She is literally going to Mars, and she's going to be away from her family for 3 years. First of all, spoiler alert, we are definitely going to be talking about this show. So if you haven't seen it and you don't want it to be ruined, just make sure you don't watch this video, because we're going to definitely be mentioning a lot about this show. So back to Emma. She is the commander of literally a mission to Mars.
Correct. Yeah, like the world's first mission to Mars.
The world's first mission to Mars. And she has to leave her teenage daughter behind and her husband. And the mom guilt gets so bad when not only is she not there for her daughter when some really bad things go down, but some things happen to her husband, and he has health issues and problems, and she is literally on the moon waiting to go to Mars. So I was really feeling her. I could not imagine the way she felt in that moment, but I thought that they portrayed it really, really well. I love the way they kind of brought justice to that feeling. Like, it's not wrong for her to feel that way, but that it was also not wrong for her to carry out this mission that was just unprecedented in the history of humanity. And it really tugged at my mom's strings, because I would have just jumped off the rocket and come back home. Like, there's no way I could have gone on to Mars.
Right.
And, but they didn't treat it as like a right or wrong. They just treated her like a regular person who had to make a really, really hard decision. And I really, really liked that. I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like my perceptions of Emma and how they treated that character, because I could relate the most to that character. But I know you were definitely relating to Matt.
Yes. So, yeah, Matt's the husband. And early on in the series, he has an accident and becomes wheelchair bound. And that was, of course, I've got a lot to identify with that. But I thought the way that they portrayed that in the show was really accurate. And it wasn't so much with them being in your face with I'm in a wheelchair, and all these things. It was like really, really little things. Like I really got like a good semblance that, somebody knew somebody or was like disabled and wrote this part. I mean, he's in this situation, and he's got to rely on his brain or smarts more now than ever, because he's like this NASA engineer, and this happens to him, and now he's really, really being put to the test.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like he was already, I think, intensely frustrated that his wife was on this mission to Mars and they were having so many technical difficulties that he didn't even know if she would survive. And then he's dealing with this new disability, which for anybody would be maddening. And to go through it alone and while she's in a precarious situation, it made for good TV, but it was definitely
It made for really good TV.
Intense, yes. So, wouldn't wish it on anybody, but definitely a great, show. And I mean, just dealing with some really hard subjects. You said that one scene where Matt was in the garage.
Yes, he's going to get something from the garage, and he's still getting used to like the ramps and all the fixtures and stuff around the house to make it accessible. And there's something on high on the shelf in his garage that he needs to get. And he's thinking in the moment, so he grabs, I believe, a hockey stick, and he tries to pull this box down, and it ends up falling down, and he ends up like tipping too far forward, and he falls out of his wheelchair. So, and I can totally relate to being in those situations, because there are certain times where you just want to get something. You would rather not in that moment deal with that disability. And you just wish, more than anything, that for just 1 second you would get a break, because that's all it would take.
Another character that's disabled in the show is Emma's psychiatrist or psychologist.
Yes.
So that's interesting that they had 2 male main characters as wheelchair users. I was fascinated by that.
Yeah.
I mean, this is her doctor basically, and he's already a wheelchair user, and then they're already writing Matt into the story as being a wheelchair user within like the first episode.
Right.
So I mean, it's redundant, so I mean, but that actually is like real life, because if you're writing a TV script, you would say, oh, we only need 1 wheelchair character.
Right. Like they've got a checklist.
Yeah, exactly. It's representation. But they wrote in a main male character in a wheelchair twice. And I thought that was so, so cool, because it was like they were just driving that point home, that they wanted this to be like something that could happen. Yeah. And they dealt with it so well. And both of the characters are like very realistic and relatable.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah. And they weren't really in your face about the psychiatrist or the therapist.
No.
It was just like, does it look like he has a handle on his chair? Yeah.
We're just watching, and Tony's like, is that a wheelchair handle? Like, is he actually in a wheelchair?
Right. And then probably like so many scenes later, we actually find out he's in a wheelchair. Yeah,
my first thought was, no, he can't be in a wheelchair because Matt's in a wheelchair.
Right.
But that's just because I'm used to TV doing that.
Yeah.
But no, they both
were. It's like they build it up to be this big thing, but they don't even make it a thing with the therapist. So
you see him doing telemed with her, which is so funny because a lot of us are doing telemed because of COVID, and she's doing telemed because she's
in space.
So she's doing telemed with her therapist, and so you don't realize he's in a wheelchair. And then all of a sudden you see him later and he's in a wheelchair. So I love how they dealt with these characters. They just made them so intelligent and so like strong male characters who just happen to be in wheelchairs. Kind of like my guy right here.
I'm working on it.
Yeah, you are. You definitely are. And then there's the genetic issue with, what's the daughter's name?
it skips me.
And they have to deal with the fact that his disability, now that he's in a wheelchair, that was caused by a genetic issue.
Mm-hmm.
They're calling it CCM.
Yeah.
And
Inherited, right?
it's inherited, yes.
Yes.
And so she's got a 50-50 shot of having it, the daughter. So they decide, well, they never had her tested, okay? And so this is like hitting home so hard for us because our youngest Alex, like we have never had him tested for Tony's FSH. We have never had him tested. And the way, we're gonna do a whole video on this because it's like a whole separate topic that deserves more proper treatment.
Yeah.
But just in passing, we will say that we have reasons for not testing him. And if he had any symptoms, like if we saw one single symptom, we would be testing him.
Oh.
He has no symptoms. So we, that's, like I said, another story as to why we never had him treated. There's a reason, or never had him tested. There's a reason, but it does hit home when they had decided not to get their daughter tested. Yeah. And here she is a teenager, and now she wants to know. Mm-hmm. She wants to know, will I have CCM and become disabled, possibly like my father?
Exactly.
And so she decides on her own at age, 15, 16?
Yeah.
To go get tested. And we'll let you watch it if you haven't seen it to see what her results are. But everything, it just felt so realistic. And it was almost like Tony and I could imagine going through that with Alex one day. Like,
right.
You're older now, you're an adult now. Do you want to know? Like, or, whatever the reason is, do you want to know? And how sobering that would be to go through that process,
right?
Right. And just like you're holding your breath, waiting to go through that process,
mm-hmm.
and just like praying and hoping for the best.
Yeah.
So, there were some really, really dramatic moments in this show.
Let's head into the updates.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys have any other comments about the show Away and what you got out of it, or if you plan to watch it or anything, just drop them down in the comments because we can definitely continue this discussion. Yes. We can't think of anything more at the moment to talk about, but we could definitely continue this because it's really interesting.
Yeah, and we really recommend it.
Definitely recommend it.
So you guys may have noticed that I'm still really new to the whole YouTube thing. There's a lot of things that I need to iron out, like my speech and just being comfortable on camera.
I think it's more comfortable on camera because you're fine. Like, give this video a thumbs up if you think Tony's doing fine. I think he's doing fine. I think he has an awesome voice. And the issue is more camera shyness. It's not ability because you're doing a really good job.
Thank you.
Okay, so just to be completely transparent, I'm a little bit more comfortable on camera, not a lot. I'm still very scared and nervous, but I am a little more comfortable on camera because I have a YouTube channel already and I've had it for the past year. Mm-hmm. So I have gotten over a little bit of my camera shyness, and so it's a little bit easier for me to take over and talk. And Tony is brand new to being in front of the camera, and so it's a little bit harder for him to get his thoughts together and feel comfortable to talk.
Yeah.
And so you probably haven't picked up on it because of the way we edit the videos, but there has been times where I've had to completely take over and talk because he really can't do it anymore.
Deer in headlights.
Yeah. He'll shut down and just get this glazed look, and it's like, we're done.
Right.
Game over. And so I'm like, I'll just go grab a glass of wine and just take over and just say the whole thing. So that's why you see me doing intros, outros, and pretty much rambling.
She's the professional.
Well, no, I'm just definitely not. It's just that I'm the one that's okay with taking over and just rambling. I'm not scared of the camera too much anymore, just a little bit. But it's not because I'm trying to, hog the stage or take the floor or anything like that. It's because I'm trying to help him out. When he gets that frozen look and he can't talk anymore, I like to just come in and kind of save him. So, I love you. Aw. I get a kiss? Wow.
Yes.
So sweet.
Because she's awesome.
Aww. You're so sweet. He's awesome too, but you guys already know that. Okay, so we'll figure all that out as we go along. And thank you for your patience.
Yes. Because trust me, there's so much content that we have in store for you all. Yes. It's just, these little kind of growing pains, I guess. We need to, wrap our heads around this. I need to wrap my head around this. So
yeah, we have a list of like 100 video ideas, but it's just a matter of like, will we be able to get them out and say them and not be scared?
Yeah, yeah.
So,
and it is something that we're super passionate about.
You know, when I realized that we were so passionate about this is we recently went on a radio show for the first time.
Yes.
And we got to talk about our YouTube channel on an FSHD radio show. Do you want to tell them about that?
So yeah, we got to be on a radio show for FSHD Society. Had a blast doing it, and yeah, I mean, it was like while we were on the call, you know, I had just had like this strong feeling that this is what we needed to be doing. Yeah,
it brought you to tears at the end.
Yeah,
remember
really
he actually shed a tear.
I got misty.
Got misty. He got all up in his feelings.
I did. Got in touch with all that. But
because we do want to share and encourage and be relatable. Like, we want you guys to look at us and say, yes, I get that. I've been there. We understand each other. We're speaking the same language.
Yeah.
You know, and that interview was awesome. It was profound for me too. It made me realize that we could help people if we just can get over the camera shyness.
All the technical
and the technical difficulties.
Yeah.
So we kind of recommitted, came together, and here we are. And then why don't you tell them about the last part, because I'm trying to give them chances to practice on camera. Why don't you tell them about the last part, which is from our old vlog channel?
We started off on YouTube as a vlog channel and shot a few videos. They kind of like started off, you're just getting us used to being on the camera and everything. And it started off with the birth of Alex. And so, you know, it was kind of chronicling that, you know, holidays and special events and all that. And I was so sweet.
So sweet.
And so we're going to be posting that on our channel now under, is it going to be under its own playlist?
Yeah, we'll probably do a playlist. And yeah, we'll probably the thing is that we're deleting that old channel because this is going to be our channel. Like, we want to focus on this channel. We want our energy to go to this channel. We're not going to be a strict vlog channel. And so we're going to go ahead and delete that channel, but we're going to move those videos over to this channel. And partly just so that we can keep them on a channel and not lose them, but also because we really think you guys might enjoy them.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, you know, this is Jenny and Tony, an interabled journey, and those are moments of our lives that you know, that you get to see us, you know, in a candid way, just like living. You know, we're out there. Doing Christmas, doing fall, all these fun occasions, but as an interabled couple.
As an interabled couple. I still have to get used to that word.
It's a tongue twister.
I know. I didn't even know that word existed until we started our channel. Like, I did not know interabled couple until we were looking up keywords for our titles. Yeah. So we're a little late to this game. We've been an interabled couple for 9 years?
Yeah.
9 now.
Yeah, true.
And yet we didn't know that term. So yeah, we're going to throw those videos on here, but don't think that that's going to replace, you know, recent content. Like, we're still going to upload each week and give you videos like this. They're not instead of this. It's just in addition to. So feel free to check those out if you want, and take a trip down memory lane, and you can see us bring Alex into the world and basically just, it's like the first 3 months of us having Alex and some of the things that we did as a family. And so we hope you enjoy them. It's perfect timing because they all start in the fall and they kind of go through Christmas. So it'll be kind of fun to see those live again. Yeah, relive all that. Okay, so Tony's going to practice closing out the video today. So you guys ready for this?
Okay.
You got this, babe?
I think I do.
All
right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for stopping by and checking out our channel. Please, if you like it, like, comment, and subscribe. We've got some links in our description to the radio show if you want to check that out. And let's see here. Am I missing anything?
No, that was perfect.
Yeah, just remember, everybody, stay strong.
Stay strong. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.